I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. Just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare. But when I stopped to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now, to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm gone. No way to go, no one that can see through that shine of the light. I can see my life is crap, I have to see them too. I just live into my world, far from the pain, the feel. Just out of reach of desire, was not aware of the start of hell. But when I stop to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now, to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I fall asleep when I'm home. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so dumb and out of time. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm change. I've been hiding in the shadows, waiting for your judgment day. Rest assured, you're to blame. You can't walk through the lake of fire without feeling the heat of the flame. In a picture perfect world full of masquerades, disguising and hiding, but the truth remains. Watch it all fall down around you now. Was it ever really worth it? Having your kingdom crumble to the ground because you never had the courage to stand up. You got a reason to follow my lead, so hold on to me, stand up.
Welcome everybody to another wonderful night of Super Speedway racing here with the HCK Beagles Superspeedway series or league or however you want to say it. I'm your host Alan Brown and we're coming to you live from Daytona and in the booth. I'm joined by Mr. Alan English. How you doing today, man?
Good, man. Love these super speedways. I say it all the time. If I could just watch one thing over and over again, it'd be super speedway racing. And these HCK Beagles guys, they put on a pretty good show here last time. We were with them last week at iRacing Super Speedway. So looking forward to this one under the lights here at Daytona tonight.
Yeah, and down there on pit road where the lights are the brightest, we got Mr. Adam Turner. Adam, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, awesome, as usual. And I'm in the same boat. Super Speedway racing is kind of my deal. I like watching it. I like racing it because basically it's the great equalizer. You know, you can go from chump to champ, champ to chump in 30 seconds. So we watched them last week at the iRacing Speedway, and now they're at Daytona, a real track that's a little tighter, a little bit. It's going to cause a little bit more issues, but I think these guys are all about it, and seems like a great group of guys. HCK Beagles Racing.
We got a decent sized field here today. I think we're right around, what would you say, about 20 drivers here?
Yeah, something like that. I think we had, let's see, let me stack the grid here. Yes, we have 20 drivers registered right now, and assume they all grid. That's a pretty good sized field. It's not huge, and it's not underpopulated either. So you'll have a bunch of guys having a lot of fun in the draft tonight. These trucks draft so well. That's one of the things one of my favorite combinations is these Gander Outdoors trucks and Super Speedway.
Yeah, I mean, it's these trucks are my favorite too. I think they drive real well and draft real well. And, 20 to 30 cars on something like this is just, it makes for really good racing. You're going to have a front pack, you're going to have a secondary pack, but you just want to stay in the game, That's the name of it. We got 50 laps here, 125 miles at Daytona at night. So everybody likes those lights, don't they?
Yeah, everybody does like those lights as we kind of take a look at our conditions for today's race. And as you said, it is a nice, clear night here in Florida, which means these cars are not, or I should say trucks, they are not going to struggle whatsoever. Our key to the race today, however, will be you got to minimize that time in the pits. We saw it last week. These guys raced pretty clean at a very difficult super speedway track of iRacing Super Speedway. So this track being a little bit more narrow and maybe a little bit more tame, you definitely don't want to lose any time with any damages and having to come down to the pits.
Yeah, minimize your time in pit road and minimize speeding penalties as well. When these guys do come in to use a fast repair or get filled up with fuel, whatever the case may be, they got to make sure to get that thing slowed down to 60 and stay there. It's a long pit road. Keeping that 60 miles an hour is rather difficult when you want to get going. and just, Yahtzee that thing.
That's for sure. And Brown, I'm looking there's some different paint schemes out here. Looks like they're all bringing their custom paint game out here tonight, and we'll probably talk about that throughout the race. Some new guys that we didn't see last week. Yeah, 52 of Big Sam, 408 of Bay Area Rob. So we didn't see him last week, but we're going to see him this week.
Which is definitely good. I know these guys are pretty solid and, are a great group of guys. So we definitely look forward to seeing how that little bit larger of a field than last week will get along here and kind of go through and see how everybody is doing so far, which isn't too bad as we're here in the middle of qualifying.
Yeah, Mr. Puckett is not going to be here tonight. He posted he won't be able to make it. Good luck to everybody tonight. Hoping one of his dudes from Texas Boys team gets that win tonight. So he should be back next week for Dago.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a super speedway home with trucks, these are your guys right here. We've talked to them. They're down to earth, real people, good people. And they have sets of rules now, so none of that shenaniganry can happen. You know what I'm talking about with the shenaniganry? You know how things can get heated, but they have rules. Don't cause a caution while you're going 3 wide. You do, you're going to get penalized and stuff like that. So people pay the fiddler if they make mistakes here.
That's a great thing to have. You want a little bit of discipline, especially when you're going this fast in such close proximity. Unlike your more technical tracks where you're worried more about tire wear and fuel mileage and stuff than you are about making contact with people around you. So it's definitely good that they have a few measures in place to kind of help keep tabs on everybody. I know you talked to them in the race meeting today, and what else did they tell you about today's race?
Well, I mean, they're looking forward to it, but they were talking about how this track is tight. You don't want to be at the bottom line. Sometimes gets pinched there with the side drafting going on, and they wanted to limit the side drafting until it's time to race. And we all know a super speedway, it's time to race with about 10 laps to go. So, just things like that. It's nothing crazy, but they do have a plan for this league, and I think they're sticking to it. And these guys all seem to get along, which, I'm the fight guy. I want to see some guys fight, and I don't know if we're going to see it with these guys. They seem to have a good time, and that's the name of the game here, HCK Beagles Racing League. Get out there and have a good time.
As we still have a couple of guys still yet to qualify. We follow around here with Owen Altabello, Ricky Bobby also out there on the track. But yeah, it's looking like a solid, good field, and just can't give HCK Beagles enough credit here with being such a great group of guys. And I mean, let's just face it. If you're a NASCAR fan, I would say 95% would probably enjoy more super speedway racing than just mile and a half racing.
Yeah, we got a friend that likes to say, checkers or wreckers, right? That's where we get 10 laps to go on stuff like this, because there's going to be a big one. We're going to have a problem at some point. But don't they have 3 fast repairs? So I think if you get in a problem, you may be able to correct it as long as you don't run out of those fast repairs.
Yeah, and it's not going to be a very long race either. We're here for 50 laps. So those should tick by relatively quick, as Owen Altabello setting a pretty good time there as of right now. He's going to be starting on that front row on the outside, so a nice little lap around there for him. Looks like Brad has now joined us out there on the track.
Well, and where do you want to be? I know my philosophy. I like to be in the back, but stay with the front pack. I personally don't like to qualify doing stuff like this, and you can make a lot of ground up if you play the cards right and luck goes in your way. But for 50 laps, what do y'all think about where do you want to kind of place yourself as we go into the start of the race?
I'm with you on the theory of it. You know that you can start in the back, and if things happen, you can try to avoid it. But that's not always the case. I mean, sometimes you'll coming out of the tri-oval, and there might be a wall of cars in front of you, and impossible to get on the brakes and get that thing stopped before you get caught up in something. So I don't know, man. It just kind of depends on your style.
Well, these guys know each other. I mean, this is race 4 of 10, and they kind of know how each other races, so I think it's up to the individual, right? Now we have teams as well, so what is your team strategy? So that's
right.
going to play out as we watch this race unfold.
Yeah, as we kind of take a quick look at our kind of standings here, I mean, things are pretty close after 3 races, this being the 4th race, but Cody Staton, excuse me, is it Staton or Staton?
Staton, I believe.
Staton, excuse me, Cody. Cody Staton picking up the win last week. He is now in first place by a point over Tim Rivers. But you also got Derek Puckett. He's sitting there in 3rd. He's not here tonight. And Kevin Winker, he's currently sitting in 4th. So still plenty of time for these guys to make some moves and maybe get some wins and some definite bonus points.
Yeah, and standings are kind of like cool part of this iRacing genre. Stuff like on leagues like this, who you want to win and you want to know, you want to see where you're at, you want instant gratification, and this kind of does it for you. And so cool to watch these guys out here. We had a good time with them last week, and I look forward to hopefully a long partnership with this group. I hope to see them grow and as big as they want to be, and as much fun as they want to have. They're a great group of dudes out here doing super speedway stuff.
As this 21 car field starts to slowly take the grid, we will give you your starting order for tonight, which will be Joshua Moore winning pole position here tonight. So he's going to be starting up front with Owen Altabello on his outside. You got the 20 of Eric Stoy starting off in that second row with Zachary Staton on his outside. Cody Staton, not too bad, qualifying in 5th, with Stumpy qualifying in 6th. You got the 42 of Kevin Winker in 7th, with Bay Area Rob in the 408 starting in 8th. You got Brandon Eastman starting there in 9th, with Ricky Bobby starting in 10th.
The 28 of Henry Wyndham be rolling off 11th. The 33 of Ed Murray in 12th. The 31 of Brad in 13th. Tim Rivers in that 46 truck will be starting 14th. The 10 truck of Stone Hutchinson will be 15th. And rounding out your top 16 is the 69 of Gregory Turner.
Little Rimmer.
Then at 17th, number 12, Austin Johnson. 18th, looks like the 52 of Big Sam. I think maybe he's from the Fletch era. Not quite sure. I hope so. The 19th, Chef Boyardee, 66. Matthew Jones. 20th, 45 of Michael Reynolds. I always screw that one up, boys. And 24th, Andrew Hansley, the 4th. And 21st, so pretty good field here.
Pretty good size field as that pace car takes us around, and how fitting that pace car is a truck, as these are also trucks. And just gonna get settled in here for 50 laps of fast race truck action here tonight. Again, definitely, if you're looking for a super speedway league, go check them out. That would be the HCK Beagles. You may not get a championship chance this season, just kind of due to timing, and season's already going. But don't be shy. Still, come race with these guys. They're a great group.
Yeah, they have fun out here doing this super speedway. They rotate tracks. They do Daytona, Talladega, and iRacing super speedway. So, hey, if super speedway stuff is your jam, then come check these guys out. Look them up in the race directory and on Facebook.
And so pace truck coming down pit road, green flags waving, and away we go. Joshua Moore, Owen Altabello starting us off up on that inside row, and looks to be a pretty good start here as we got a car down there on the apron, but I think he just might be trying to move towards that back. But we're not too bad. A little, the bottom line is definitely stacked up better, and these trucks do kind of stack up and get along each other's bumpers quite well. A little squiggly down there, but not too bad.
Yeah, I think the 39 just had the idea that he wanted to kind of fall to the back and kind of see what happens up here.
Oh, so we got the full car around. The 4 of Stumpy, and that's going to bring out the first yellow, and man, that was quick. Oh,
he's glitching.
Oh boy.
I don't know if we had the Chinese internet there. I'll tell you what, 39er Brandon Eastman there, as he was pulling out there, he went to the back, and maybe that did him a favor.
Yeah, it looks like the 408 of Bay Area Rob took quite a bit of damage there, too. I'm sure his 408's for the 408 area code. That's right over there, San Jose, Santa Clara area, I believe.
Looks like the number 1 car of Ricky Bobby just coming up and contacting him. But, man, who is that? Was that the 20?
I couldn't see it.
Trying
The
to see
car was flipping around. It's so crazy. I couldn't tell what was going on over there.
Trying to see who it was. I think it was the 20. No, it was not the 24.
It looked like a tornado came and sucked him up.
Excuse me, it was the 28 of Henry Wyndham. We're going to take a in-cockpit view of that because he managed to get through it quite well.
Now that ought to be interesting. I don't know if anybody's out there watching, but tell us your thoughts of what's happening out here tonight. Pre-race jitters might have kind of caused that. Cold tires. Not quite sure.
Yeah, Little Rimmer got on the Facebook and said, "Good luck tonight, everyone," on the stream link.
Yeah, so like I said, just kind of looked like the one of Ricky Bobby just getting up into that 4 car of Stumpy. So hopefully Stumpy didn't go to the moon too slowly, and he returned to us back here on Earth, and we'll be back to racing in no time, as I'm sure he's probably waiting for a tow.
He probably is, but all these guys are coming down a pit road, man, in the back of the field, and this is kind of my philosophy, I think, with English. Hey, why not come back here, and if you're in the back already on a super speedway, you're not going to get lapped, so get some more fuel, get some more tires, and let's get out there.
Currently having some sound issues. I'm going to try to get that resolved, so let me mute myself, and you guys got it for a few minutes here.
Well, we love technical difficulties here at MDOT TV racing. It seems to happen every time, Brown, isn't that correct?
It seems like it.
Yeah,
I just got to be smarter than the equipment that I'm working with here, which that's kind of a stretch for me. Sorry.
You are from Louisiana. I mean, y'all don't know. Y'all are still using number 2 pencil and a Big Chief tablet.
Hey, you can't knock. Don't knock. I've got good handwriting too.
You write in cursive? Are you a cursive guy, or you print it out?
I'm like all block capital letters, man. It looks like I'm yelling whenever I write something.
That's the military in you. And we love the military first responders here. Midwest Days of Thunder TV. Love all those guys. We love our truck drivers as well and our teachers. Shout out to all those people doing the hard work out there.
As I get loaded back in here, what are you guys expecting for the, as far as like a pit window? Do you think these guys will just try to stay out as long as they can? And because you're not really worried a whole lot about tires. I mean, you are more so than you would be at like iRacing or Speedway probably. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think staying out is probably going to be your best bet, especially if you're in a position that you like and you're around people that you know. That will definitely help out quite a bit. As it kind of looked like our leader of Joshua Moore having a little bit of a connection issue, but he is all right.
Yeah, I would just stay out there and send it, to be honest with you, until you run out of gas or get close to it. So that's what I think is going to happen here. And these guys already filled up on a little bit of gas, so I think we're going to be good.
Yeah, with the cautions too. I mean, you're burning a lot less fuel riding around here at what, 80 miles an hour? I think it is. Hey, and my sound is fixed. Just needed a restart.
Wonderful. All right, Brown. Let's
Turn it
see
off
if we
and
can
turn
get
it back
going.
on.
Yeah, that's what they always tell you in IT. Those guys, I don't think they do anything for a living. No, I'm just kidding.
As the pace truck guiding us down into that pit road one more time. We're going to take this green flag with Joshua Moore, and Eric Stoy is going to be starting in second there. Actually, yeah, he was laying back quite a bit, so that bottom run is going to get a big-time run going down into turns 1 and 2. But they are slowly forming up back there and not looking too bad.
Yeah, the 28 of Henry Wyndham kind of held back a little bit. He didn't really want to get right on the bumper of the truck in front of him on that restart. I'm not sure that alone is why the outside line is just a couple of car lengths back, but looks like they're getting a decent run.
They're going, and you know, we saw it at last week. 2 trucks, maybe even 3 trucks, they can do a lot of damage on a entire pack. So as they're at 3 wide going there for third.
Yeah, he did it safely as they crossed the start-finish line.
Yep.
Another thing we got to worry about here is don't push the pusher, right? I mean, that's something that's kind of a no-no, and it tends to cause problems here. So we'll see if any of that occurs as we watch this thing tick along.
Yeah, kind of hard to see what's going on with the truck that's 2 vehicles ahead of you. You might not know that they're pushing somebody, and if you get into their back bumper, you're going to find out pretty quick if one of them goes around. You're going to understand why.
Look at this 18 at Owen Altabello on the high line, man. He's getting pushed up top and kind of making a run for the 51 car.
And they're starting to get some help fly up behind them as well, so that's just going to give them maybe even more of a momentum push as they're side by side for the lead, Owen Altabello and Joshua Moore. And Owen does have the run, and he is not quite clear just yet. So that bottom line will get a run to gather a little bit of ground back, but you kind of saw it there. 2 trucks were doing just fine, and then they added a whole slew of them as these guys are starting to get a little close to each other.
Yeah, well, they are up front, but look here out back. Little Rimmer in the 20 car, he's getting pushed, and it's just those 2, and another car is about to join them. And they're making some ground up, so hopefully they can catch that pack.
The guys running this league did a great job in picking this vehicle, this Gander Outdoors truck, because I mean they're just so drafty, and it's perfect for a super speedway. It punches a big hole in the air. You can tow up a truck behind you in a hurry if you're about to get out of the draft. I mean it's hard not to stay in the draft with these things.
The one again. But it looked like the 10 might have been out of line there. 10 of Stone
18
Hutchinson.
involved too. Owen Altabello.
Ooh, boy, that was a big one.
From being in front to being in the accident here.
Yeah, and they talked about this in the race meeting. This track is a little bit tighter than the last track they were at, iRacing Stadium, Speedway, whatever they call that cool track. I mean, it's tight, you know. So, I mean, they're going to have to feel this thing out. But so far, I mean, I'm having a good time watching it.
The one. Go
just,
ahead.
I was just going to say the one looking like having a little hard time holding that line, that air kind of buffeting that car all around, and just got a little too out of line as those cars were kind of right next to each other. And
Almost looked like it blew a right front tire. It just kind of hooked to the right on it.
that's that's kind of what it's going to come down to there.
Well, Big Sam took this time to go ahead and get himself another pit stop. So he's got some kind of strategy going on.
Errol Hansley on Facebook saying, "Have fun, guys. Be safe out there. Good luck." Number 24 of Andrew. Heather Hansley also saying good luck to Andrew Hansley.
And I like the fan club stuff. Y'all keep it coming.
Oh, they're pulling for family, man.
Yeah, that's all this
That's
is
great.
about. It's about family. That's what this is. Friends, family. And we know we have a lot of family watching these type of races, you know. And I'm just thrilled to see these guys come out here and compete. We've got a couple more takers down here on pit
Rivers.
road. 45 car.
Rivers and Brad. Michael Reynolds. Yep. I mean, why not? You know, come in, top off, get some damage fixed. I know we had
yeah.
quite a few trucks involved in that last one.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you. And unfortunately, I think we're going to see another big one. You know, that's just how this track is set up. Like you said, these cars draft so well. I think even the guys in the back, you have 2 or 3 cars, you can make a move on the lead pack.
yeah.
So if your
For
philosophy is to stay in the back, I don't think, you know, you can go from chump to champ in no time here. So
Yeah, with the race, as soon as we cross the stripe up here, we'll be about 20% done here. For the guys that haven't used a fast repair yet, I mean, you got a stack of them. They have 3, so definitely use those when you get a chance. And try not to use them up too quick. This track is big enough you can get some damage repaired the traditional way with the guys out there with hammers and stuff. You can get some of your aero fixed.
Well, look at 51 Joshua Moore in the Dr. Pepper machine. He's kind of just hanging out up front the whole time. I think he likes that clean air.
Yeah, and you know, clean air is nice, but I mean, I think when it comes down to it in that long stretch, you may not want to be in that first position, because you know what happens at the end. Checkers records.
As a number 4 of Stumpy gets a wave around, so we'll have everybody back on the lead lap, I believe, once he makes his way around. He's telling everybody to stay low here.
Well, I hope they do stay low. I don't want to see any kind of activity on underneath the yellow flag. If you do, that's going to be a penalty here in HCK Beagles Racing. You cause any damage, you're going to get an EOL if you cause damage under caution. So it looks like these guys got it all sorted out here as we're stacking up to restart this thing.
42 of Winker's still got some damage on his right rear. It looked like his bumper and his tailgate area on the right-hand side is pushed up pretty bad. Arrow matters here, but if he stays in close behind that 15 of Cody Staten in front of him, he can possibly still make some decent speed here. It's just, if you've got damage like that, you just can't lead a line.
Yeah, I'm looking at Bay Area Rob 408 car. He's San Jose State car. Isn't that where David Carr went? With the
You got
Texans?
me, man.
I think he did, and I don't want to talk about how that turned out. Anyway, as this thing comes around, I could be wrong. He could have gone to Fresno State. Who knows? It's all California. I'm not keen to it out there, but yeah, let's get this thing fired up and rock and roll.
As the pace truck coming down to that pit lane one more time. You got Joshua Moore still out front there as the green flag starts waving, and these guys go back to 2 wide racing up here at the front. Looked like a fairly clean start, and kind of towards the back it starts to spread out quite a bit, but still not too bad. Oh boy, as we have a big checkup with that, I think it was the 3 car.
Man, I'm looking at Kevin Winkler in a 42 car. He's up there in the front. Looks like P3 or 4, and he's got some damage to his back right bumper, but he's still rocking along up here behind the Hooters.com car.
Yeah, the on our screen is the 24, but he is the number 3 car paint-wise, Andrew Hansley. He's moving backwards, so I think he might be just trying to get out of the way at this point, as we got Cody Staten and Joshua Moore kind of fighting it out for this lead. Not a whole lot of help out there on the outside, but that bottom line isn't all that together as well.
Yeah, talking about the 42 of Kevin Winker, remember, there's no L in Winker, just like there's only one S in New Braunfels. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, I do know that, actually, but I can't read very well. It might be partially
It's hard for all
dyslexic.
of us, man.
Winkler seems like a name. Winker, it doesn't seem like a name, but, I'm going to try to work on that. I'm sorry.
Oh, as we got
Winker.
got some
he's
3 wide action going behind this main pack. We kind of got a little chase pack going on out here, led by Michael Grenolds. And they're starting to slowly kind of figure things out, but man,
Austin Johnson having some problems in the 12 machine. Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Oh, as we got a caution here.
That was a manually thrown caution by one of the admins. Kind of look and see.
Austin
they were
Johnson was. I don't know what was happening with his machine, but it was like he was having a hard time keeping it on the track, and I don't know if that was why the caution was thrown or what. So I didn't see any big wrecks or anything.
So we look at the 66 of Matthew Jones, Chef Boy RD, and the Chef Boy RD machine. He's up 14 spots so far this race. That's a positional lap.
Yeah, I do not see a reason for that caution. Everyone kept going racing there, so I don't know. They also could have just been like, you know what, let's get everybody all stacked back up now. This isn't the racing we want. Let's tighten it up.
Yeah, the admins definitely saw something they didn't like and decided to, hey, let's take a step back, let's regroup, restack everybody, and try this again.
Well, and that's their job, right? I mean, let's make it fair and square for everybody. So I think HCK Beagles does a heck of a job, especially on a super speedway. I mean, it makes it a little bit more difficult. They're not running your cookie cutter tracks. They're not running your miles. So this is pretty much 2.5 or miles or larger racing. So it makes for some crazy things do happen on stuff like this.
And y'all mentioned it, this track is a little bit more narrow, so it's about managing your space, trying not to stick a car in where it won't fit, and these guys are doing a decent job of it so far tonight. Not quite as clean as the iRacing Super Speedway race from last week, but they're really trying out there.
Well, I mean, it's a huge track and things happen, but it is tight, like you said. And Austin Johnson, he's still sitting in pits right now in the 12 truck. He got a little damage. He's coming out now, so hopefully he'll get out there and get back on the track with these guys.
Again, a lot of guys taking advantage of the pit stop here. Just going ahead and getting fresh tires and topping her off with fuel just in case.
And why wouldn't you? But let me ask you this question. At number 12, he's in 21st position as we stand, Austin Johnson. He's got some damage to his the back of his truck. Why wouldn't you have taken one of your fast repairs. You get 3 in this league. You think he's got something up his sleeve?
He may. He might just decide that, hey, I'm going to ride around here.
Well, he was also
save
a
it for
lap
the
down,
end.
so he's getting a lap back here right now as we speak. So he might come down towards the tail end of this.
Oh, okay. Good
Well,
point, Brown.
yeah, that's a great point. And he was in there. I just always coming back down on pit road. So maybe he didn't click a button. Something happened. I don't know, but he'll get back on that lead lap at some point if he loses a lap.
Looks like your first 3 trucks out there, Staten, Jones, and the other Staten, have not pitted yet. So they're counting on sticking together up front there and holding out as long as they can.
Well, we know from previous experience, you got the same last name. Blood is thicker than water, so kind of nice to see somebody like that up close to you in some long race like this with a 2.5 miler.
Have you seen what happens when you get the Bush boys together in some of these cup races? I was pretty competitive with my brother, so I'm not saying that they won't work together while they can, but
They will until the last 5.
it's on.
Kill the other guy. I get it. But one of them looks like Cody Staten from Florida and Zachary Staten's in Carolina. So, hey, man, this may be a good connection for them, being able to get on here together in a team environment like this.
Yeah, and they'll be nose to tail here. We got wave rounds coming around, and some of these cars are too wide. They're going to have to get down and get out of the way here, probably. Man, that was tight. Whew.
Yeah, but they got it all figured out. So looks like, who was that? Brandon Eastman or Austin Johnson? They're trying to rush around to catch back up to this field, which they are doing right now. So they should be able to make it back around.
If they don't, they'll still be on the lead lap if we have another issue here with a caution. Yeah, 50 laps tonight. I think it was originally for 45, and they decided, hey, it's 50's a little bit better number, and they were pretty confident they could get it all in because their practice session's only 20 minutes, and they got 10 minutes to qual. So, pace truck coming down.
Pace truck coming down, getting ready to take this green flag once again, and it looks like that inside line with Cody Staten and Zachary Staten getting a good jump. So I believe those two are brothers, probably in communications, saying let's go here.
Yeah,
Shuffling around.
Brothers, cousins, or whatever. There's family. Let's keep it going. Let's watch them work together.
As the rest of this pack starts to group back up on them too, as the 66 turns the 18, and that,
Man,
but we're still gonna stay green flag racing here.
great for Owen. Owen Altabello, he just got flat turned by the 66.
Matthew Jones, is that the Chef Boyardee machine?
I believe so. There's a couple of them running out there running that paint, but the 66 is Jones, the original Chef Boyardee.
Oh, as looks like the 52 trying to figure out which line he wants. He's kind of going between the two, as the 66 deciding he wants to go up high, seeing that they had a little bit of run, but that actually kind of checked up that top line.
Yeah, Brad up here with this big group as well. A little bit of patience being shown as they're trying to stay off of each other. They were told in the driver's meeting, Adam, you were there, you can speak more to it, about side drafting.
Yeah, I mean, side drafting, it takes a lot of skill, so you definitely don't want to do it in the corners at a tight track like this. And I think that's what they were kind of talking about. But, after 5 laps to go, all bets are off. You can do whatever you want. It's like kind of like a free for all. But I'm watching Eddie Murray in a 33 car hold a great line. One of my favorite baseball players of all time. He's got a target on the back of his truck so people know how to bump draft him. Isn't that something? That's probably a good idea, isn't it?
That's awesome.
He's getting some help from Little Rimmer, Gregory Turner, and Brandon Eastman right now. So those three trying to chase back up to that lead pack, and they've got some ground to make up as we're 3 wide up here.
Woo, here we go. The 10 up there
10
trying to stay off.
Beating and banging some doors.
Yeah, it's a little early for that. But hey, man, maybe it'll cause for some fireworks, you know?
Yeah, Stone Hutchinson in that 10. He is up 10 positions.
He's working
sitting there in
harder.
5th.
Yeah, that guy's working harder than the real Mrs. Poindexter. And,
Oh, yeah.
Good luck on him, man. I hope he makes it because everybody loves the real Mrs. Poindexter.
As you can see, kind of that bottom line really not formed together, but the 2 Staten cars, they're working together quite well, and they were able to get a nice push back up to the front of that pack.
Big
10 decided
Sam.
he was going to jump down there too and maybe ride with him. Is kind of tired of sitting behind. Oh, we got 2 cars inside of each other here.
Yeah, I guess the 66 having a little bit of a connection issue, reappearing in the middle of another truck as they're 3 wide racing. The 10 kind of leaning up on that 66 a little bit, but they figured it out, and thank you, iRacing, for ghosting those cars.
No kidding, that would have been bad.
Yeah, it's a simulation, not a game. It's all computer things. And Big Sam, 52 car, man. I love Big Sam, and he was quite a character in Fletch.
He's up 8 spots as he's got that 52 truck in the top 10 now.
As these cars come across the line, we're going to be approaching halfway here in a couple laps. This race has been ticking away pretty well. I mean, we've had a few cautions, but not too bad. But you know the racing is only going to heat up from here, and so far so good as we have a nice little green flag run here. Now I believe they're running 100% fuel, so I don't know if they're gonna, I think they're all gonna have to pit at some point. And those top 3 of Cody Staten, Matthew Jones, and Zachary Staten, they have not pitted yet.
Yeah, and they've run a lot of laps under caution here early on, getting the cautions out of the way, out of their system. So they saved quite a bit of fuel doing that, but we'll see if it's enough. I don't believe it's going to be enough. It's like the 66 taking a little bit of advantage on a side draft on a couple of these cars. He's got some help behind him, pushing him.
There's a bunch of help up front, but you got 3 cars in the second pack. Looks like 14, 15, and 16. Eddie Murray is leading the pack, and they're going to try to catch these guys. And I don't think they're in a bad position here where they're sitting.
Oh, as they're 3 wide again up here at the front, the 10, the 66, and the 31. The 66 still having some of those connection issues. So they were all able to kind of figure that out. And the 66 had an option to come down to the inside. He will not take it. So the 10 is going to come on to the outside and kind of join that run out there.
Yeah, this Stone Hutchinson made a move, didn't he? He just threw it out there. As we see a little bumping now.
Oh, it's a third. I believe that's the 88 of Zach getting a little out of line there. Good job from him for holding it and not coming back up into traffic, but he's going to have a lot of work to do to stay in that draft, as the 66 is now the pusher for the 15.
Well, yeah, they're talking about the 66 blinking or somebody blinking. I'm not quite sure, but we're halfway through this thing. Let's make this thing happen.
Yeah, kind of hard to have somebody push you if they kind of flicker like that, but hopefully he'll get that fixed.
As he looks to the outside now, jumping up from that bottom line, so the 10 is going to be trying to push him. And it looks like he will
Drops
get the
down.
run. So he is your new leader, the 66 of Matthew Jones, Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, it's called crazy time. I mean, that's what happens on super speedways like this. Oh, we're looking pretty wide.
15 of Cody Staten ducking inside there as they go 3 wide for second place here. I believe they're telling the 66 that he needs to park it or get in the back, or they're going to, I think they might post him. Sorry, listening to radio chatter and talking to you guys is a little bit of multitasking here.
Yeah, and I mean, under normal racing, mile and a half tracks and whatnot, little connection issues might be okay, but here at a plate track where you are so close to the other cars, that is something you definitely do not want.
And check out the 88. He did not lose that front pack. In fact, he's making up.
Oh, as we're 3 wide
here
for the lead up here. Oh!
No! The 10 of Stone Hutchinson goes and hits the inside wall at a ton. What happened there?
I watched that and I don't know what happened.
The 10 started coming down right in front of the 15.
28 just got wrecked and oh lordy, you got a little pile up in the back.
What a mess! It just goes to show you're not really safe anywhere, even if you're in the back. Man.
Looks like the 66 checked up and people were not ready to check up. So that's kind of what caused that secondary issue. But yeah, it kind of looked like the 10 of Stone Hutchinson on that original thing just came down and was not completely clear yet. And self-pitted maneuvered, himself.
Oh, a self-pit. I like that. I'm gonna put that in my pocketbook there. Yeah, I don't know what's happening out there with the 66 Matthew Jones Chef Boyardee Racing. So, kind of wild, but hey, they were running pretty well there as they were kind of snaking back and forth and making positions.
Good long green flag run there, but hey, these guys got fast repairs for a reason, so come on in and get it fixed and get back out there.
HCK Beagles Racing League. Y'all need to check them out, Facebook. I love trucks, man. Driving trucks is probably the most fun car on iRacing. In my opinion, I like to turn left. I don't like to turn right. I think both of y'all know that. And super speedway is our thing. So, hey, man, go get that thing fixed and let's get back out there and start again.
Super Speedway Racing is also Beverly Moore's thing to watch tonight. As she says, have fun, Joshua Moore, and be safe, everyone. Thanks for chatting to us on YouTube. We appreciate you, Beverly.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to have viewers. I mean, that's kind of why we do this. We have fan club. I'm working on the Facebook page right now, but glad to have a fan club, and hopefully we can bring our fan club into this fan club, and we'd get get this thing going. Get these guys out there and put them out there on the big interweb.
I mean, in fan club, I'm sure we got to clarify for the folks. You're just talking about a group of people that also own fans like we do. They're not really fans of us. They just also own fan, I think.
Yeah, no, you turn it on with a switch.
I got one blowing on me right now. It's hot down here.
I don't have one in here. It's kind of getting a little warm for me. I need to get like a floor fan. I think that'd probably help.
I think our heat index was almost lava today. It was pretty close.
Yeah, well, it's getting close to dove hunting season around here, so I don't care about the heat, to be honest with you. That's kind of my deal. Put some snake boots on, go out and shoot some dove.
There you go.
And then, when you're not doing that,
groceries.
Watch some iRacing.
There you go. Big Sam mentioned on the Discord that I think it was him on Discord. Something about he was trying out the broadcasting deal, and man, hopefully you have fun with it, Big Sam. I tell you what, it's fun. Once you start doing it, it's kind of hard to stop. It's pretty addicting. Speaking for myself, of course.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I do like meeting these new guys, different guys, and HCK Beagles. Man, we talk to them a bunch, and just some down to earth,
Good
like-minded folks. And, believe in America and stuff like that, which I do. I see a little blinking in the 51 car. I don't know if it's my computer or their computer, whatever. So, but they're stacked up, ready to go.
Stacked up, ready to go. Your current leader is going to be Kevin Winker, as a couple of the guys that hadn't pitted yet did pit. Looks like Matthew Jones has not pitted yet in that 66 car, but he's starting all the way back in 16th for this restart. But we're getting ready to go back racing here with 20 laps to go. So it's kind of starting to tick down a little bit here.
Yeah, thanks to Alan Kewins for posting on YouTube. He said he loves watching the trucks too. I mean, what's not to love? These things draft so well, and
he's
just
in
a
the fan
blast to watch.
He's in the fan club. Thank you, Alan. Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
Pace truck diving down pit road, and away we go. Kevin Winker getting a great restart there, but that also leaves room for the 51 of Joshua Moore to slide up in behind him. So those two are gonna run away a little bit, but not before that pack can get back together and stay on to that draft. So we got Michael Grenolds sitting there in third currently, and we got ourselves back to a green flag racing.
There's a few guys out here who really know how to hold a line, and it's pretty fun to watch when you got a guy that can hold a good line, and you got somebody that can stay close to him right on his tailgate. Two trucks, like you said earlier, two trucks can make some tracks here.
Yeah, I think we're having little issues out there with the flags and black flags, and I'm not really concerned about that. I'm concerned about watching this race, and yeah, I think you can. What do we say? Champ to chump to champ in no time on a big track like this. So, man, these guys are doing karate in the garage together, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, waiting for that one.
It's Matthew Jones and Ricky Bobby now coming down pit lane. Probably getting some damage done, or maybe doing some penalties that they hadn't done yet.
They were given a penalty, and not sure both of them, but they're both coming down their teammate. So we'll stay tuned for that.
As the 10 was kind of looking to go up that middle line there, but probably for the better thought against it as he dives down to the bottom line. But then you got the 18 of Owen Altabello running up to that high line. So we got people in the kind of mix here in the back trying to figure out which line they might want to make some moves in.
Yeah, the 18 of Altabello, we saw him involved in one of those incidents when he was up near the front of the pack, and he's fought his way back up through the pack as now he's battling right here in this fifth row. These guys are some of these guys got some heart, I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, it's pack racing, dude. This is where, and talk about how English, I know you love this, especially when you're virtual VR racing.
Oh yes.
How immersed you are in this, and how it kind of makes your blood pressure go up. And, I mean, it's pretty intense. I mean, you're watching on TV or whatever. It doesn't have the feel of what it feels like to actually sit in that car, even on iRacing, and see how intense this thing is.
For those of you who haven't tried a VR headset, go find a Best Buy or some other electronics place around you that may have one that you can go in and try. I know the COVID thing's kind of busting back off again. A lot of stores may be hesitant to let you go in and try a headset, but hey, if you can do it and it doesn't make you sick, I mean, it changed racing for me. I really enjoy the heck out of it. The immersion you get, it's like you're sitting in a real car looking around. I mean, it's just awesome. If you ever get the opportunity to try it, just try it. It ain't for everybody. Some people have, my wife has bad motion sickness, from stuff like that. But, hey, if you can stomach it, it's worth it, man. Try it out.
But I will also say one thing that, also adds to the immersion, and that's the sounds that iRacing has put into this car. So we're going to do some Crank It Up.
All right.
Man, these trucks sound amazing.
Yeah, look at all that horsepower out there, and running too wide at an amazing, iconic track like this. And, man, I'm speaking of American iconic. 39, Brandon Eastman. He's got an American flag on the back deck of his truck, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what we're looking at right here. America racing. Let's do this.
As these drivers are now under 15 laps to go, you got Tim Rivers and Kevin Winker up there at the front. Joshua Moore, who's been kind of up there just about all race, he's still kind of lurking around back there. And Zachary Staten, he's hanging out up at the front as well.
Yeah, Cody Staten, the fourth car back on the inside line, probably trying to hope he can catch back up to his family member up there.
Cousin, brother, we don't know, but I'm assuming they're related. I think they are.
The 10 kind of going on the outside here, making it 3 wide with the 18. Oh, and he scratches the wall there. Oh, man. And they're going around.
They're going around, bringing out another yellow flag.
Yeah, he drove that thing like he was on the Miller genuine draft. So, unfortunate for Stone Hutchison, number 10 car. Kind of hit the wall. It happened when he pulled it off the wall. As soon as he pulled it off the wall, the 69 truck was right there, and yeah, I think he's just going to be getting EOL and go in there and get that thing fixed up. We have a few laps to go. I think we're looking at
gonna be
12 laps to go.
Yeah, so we're gonna be just under 10 when this thing goes back to the green flag, and it looks like everybody, I believe, should be able to make it now. So apart from maybe getting some damage fixed, I don't expect to see too many people coming down pit road here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Most of these guys are good on fuel. Everybody should be good on fuel.
Yeah, you talked about how he got in the wall. Stone did, number 10 car. You kind of, gravity plays an effect here. If you don't hold it into that wall, you're going to come down, aren't you?
Yeah, and he went up high to try to kind of see if he could make something happen there, and there just wasn't room for everybody to be up there comfortably, I guess. And he kind of recognized it. He tried to stay high and stay out of the middle car there, and he just got up a little too far and scraped the wall.
Yeah, I don't think there's no ill intent there.
No,
These guys
man.
like each other, unlike other things we've seen in our racing before. We've met some guys out here that really do not like each other. I think these guys genuinely do, and they have a penalty system set in place that kind of keeps it in line. But, hey, it happens. We're getting kind of close to the end of the race, so you want to make now's the time to make positions. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all would agree with that.
Oh yeah, especially with under 10 laps to go. It's not quite checkers or wreckers, but nonetheless.
Checkers or wreckers. I think when you're at 3, that's when it's go time. That's my personal opinion. People may have a different opinion. That's why it's America. That's why, it's racing. That's why we race. Everybody has a little different feel on how they want to do it, and feel free.
Dusty Smith chimes in on the Facebook page saying, "Tough break, Gregory Turner." Yeah, Dusty also saying, "Let's go 39."
Oh,
See,
39
of Brandon Eastman.
Yeah, he has the USA paint that I was talking about on a deck lid.
Yeah. Having kind of a rough night back there, but it ain't over.
He really wasn't, and something must have happened. I think he's got a plan. He'll be all right there. Checkers to wreckers, first to last, last to first, chump to champ. That's what's going to happen here at the end. And we're going to watch it, and we're going to enjoy it.
Our boss, Taver Mowry, also on the M.TV Facebook page saying, "These trucks look like a blast, hint, hint." So, he runs another league over here, our the parent league of M.TV, Midwest Days of Thunder. So I think they're starting to look at adding a truck series like these guys have. And what a great idea to get something different in the mix. These trucks are a blast.
So the cat's out of the bag. Did you say we had a boss? I'm not quite sure about that. I can't have a boss. I like Alan Brown being my boss.
He's your boss's boss.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. There's always a middleman, right, Tabor?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, man, the trucks are super fun to run. And I think, personally, they're a little bit, especially at entry level, if you're looking for an entry-level crowd, they're a little easier to drive, but you learn a lot about the draft and stuff. So, I mean, they're great vehicle to drive in iRacing. So,
and you can push a little bit better and stuff. We ran ARCA cars quite a bit, and you just can't push very well with them. We talk about it all the time. They're shaped like a doorstop.
Yeah, these things are better.
I mean, they're like lift the rear wheels off the ground.
Yeah, a better version of the NASCAR. I mean,
this is like a shoebox. I mean, they would line up perfectly.
I love these trucks, and man, I love to watch the races, and I think they're about to go green there, Mr. Brown.
They're about ready to go green as that pace truck is going to be coming down pit road this time by, and we're going to be going live with 9 laps to go. So you know what that means. It is time to buckle up, strap on that drinking helmet, and throw inhibition out the window. We are going back to some racing here today. Kevin Winker starting up on that inside, doing a pretty good restart there as they go 2 wide down into turn number 1. And that outside line actually getting a little bit more of a run there, but that they need a little more help up there.
There goes Reynolds around, and it's a mess back here.
Oh, big one happening here tonight.
Yeah, that's why I put that drinking helmet on about lap 15. Wow.
Yeah, the 45 of Michael Reynolds went around. I didn't see if he had any help. I know him and the 18 were working pretty good on that outside line, working pretty good together, trying to move up. And I just don't know what happened there.
Yeah, well, I know what happened. It's called Daytona.
Yeah.
That's the end of it right there. Hey, I think by the time we get back to the green, we're going to have about 5 laps to go. So, hey, whatever. And if you take a 3 wide, cause an accident, and don't claim the accident, like you don't accept the issue. You're gonna get a penalty here in this league.
Yeah, it looked like the 18 getting up there with the 45, and I don't think that truck quite fit in that hole. Is Owen Altabello on the radio? Sounds like he's taking the blame for this one. Manning up, as you'd say.
Yeah, you got to man up. I mean, be a man. You know, if you caused it and you knew it, hey, own up to it and let's get on. That's how you keep away from fighting each other down at the haulers. You know, which I actually personally like, but that's just me. But you know, go ahead.
Carol Hansley on Facebook doesn't like it though. She says, "Oh no, you guys." Yeah, kind of saw development there, and Carol wanted to see some clean racing, but it's kind of hard to do when you got so many trucks so close together going so fast.
Yeah, these guys are playing chess, not checkers, and I'm playing Yahtzee, so I don't know really what's happening out here at the end of this race, but I'm looking forward to the last few laps we're going to have.
Yeah, Kevin Winker staying up front here with the 46 of Tim Rivers. Got a few pit takers here, Mr. Brown. Looks like about 8th to 13th or so is coming in.
Yeah, it sounds about right. We had a whole slew of cars involved in that. So, you know,
be interesting to see. I wish we had a fast repair counter or something, you know, where we could refer back to and see, hey, who's still got one? Who's out of fast repairs? Maybe something they can give us in the future as far as telemetry goes.
Yeah, so that's going to, I believe this is going to bring us down to about 5 laps to go. And this racing action has heated up, and it's only going to get hotter.
Yeah, I don't know if these guys have green-white checkers enabled, and if they do, how many they get. I guess we'll have to see here. Hopefully we can finish this thing with guys running fast and not under caution. You know, a track this big, this fast, this historic, that's the last thing you want to see, that see it finish under caution. Now, Isaac Wilson chiming in on Facebook too, saying, "Me too." I'm sure he wanted to see a good clean race here at the end, and we still got a chance to do that. Brown, as we go too wide here, one more lap under yellow.
One more lap under yellow, so yeah, that's going to bring us to 5 laps to go, and you know, I believe there are some green-white checkers available to us, but you know, hopefully we don't need to use them.
We get a couple of cars waved around here before we get back going. Guys are going to have to stay low. Oh, we got a guy coming out of the pits here, I think.
Yep. Yeah, he's just going to quickly go around that pace car and...
So far, it looks like the big mover of the race, the hard charger of the race, the 24 Andrew Hansley. Andrew with his fan Carol on the interwebs social media there. Andrew's up 15 spots, currently in the 6th position, outside row 3 here for this restart.
Yeah, and we'll see if the Mr. Fan Club, Andrew Hansley, can finish this thing off. He's in striking distance now. I mean, I think anyone is here as long as you're on the lead lap.
It looks like he'll be inside on the inside row here, as we got Big Sam is in 6th here.
As the pace truck comes off, back to green flag racing we go as Kevin Winker starts us off here as we get a pretty clean start from those guys up there in the front. A little bit of 2 separate packs going at it at the same time. You got your first top 5, and then you got just about the rest of the field kind of sitting there awaiting behind them. Joshua Moore sitting there in second. He's been having a solid race up there at the front just about all day long. Tim Rivers also having a great day.
Had a couple of these cars that were kind of in between packs, and they caught up pretty fast to that lead pack just because they draft so well. I mean,
Look at Eddie Murray there in a 33 car. Great baseball player and apparently iRacing driver. He's moving his way up the pack. He jumped
sure
down on
it's
the
the same guy.
I'd hope it is. I've been wanting to talk to that guy forever. Man, let's finish this thing off clean or not. I don't know. Let's see some action.
You've got some action as these lead packs are starting to kind of combine here. We've got a ton of cars. You could throw a beach towel over the first 10 or 12 cars here. 10 cars, I'm sorry.
As Kevin Winkert is leading that bottom line. Up on that top line, you got the 46 of Tim Rivers. Joshua Moore being stuck kind of behind that 42, trying to push him as best as he can as we're three wide.
Ricky Bobby flying up the middle here. I'm not sure that's going to work.
Oh, contact. Pinballing
He's
down through
wrecking
the
him.
field, and yeah.
Oh, man. There's going to be some not happy people after seeing that.
Yeah, that's going to be an issue. I think that guy was driving with a samurai sword with Randy Jackson autograph, and he thought he was going to slice his way to the front.
Yeah, he kind of drove right up the middle whether there was room or not. The one truck just, the mantra, never lift. He was definitely using it.
Yes, that is for certain. So that's going to give us our first attempt at a green-white checker, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Chump to champ. If you made it through that.
Oh, okay. Look, here we go. It's official. They have 3 attempts available at a green-white checker. So 3 chances to end this thing. You know, you want to end this the right way. You want to do it at speed, you know.
Yeah, man, you're going to have to pay us overtime after this thing. Look at this, man. 3 green-white checkers, and I don't think this is our last one, to be honest with you.
Errol saying, "You go, Andrew. Awesome." Thumbs up emoji, sunglasses emoji. I'm still getting used to the whole emoji thing, and it's
I
been
don't even
years.
know what that means, but yeah. Andrew
years.
Hensley, Mr. Fan Club, 24 car. He's up 15 spots. Hard charger of the race so far.
Yeah, they're trying to keep as many cars as they can on the lead lap. So they do have Lucky Dog enabled, and they're trying to wave cars around to keep the racing as exciting as possible. So
Oh yeah, let's do that. I'm down for that. But Matthew Jones, Chef Boyardee, he's 15 laps down. I think he's had it, tonight. So we got some
Little
takers
Rimmer
down here
pitting.
on pit road.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, good call on that one.
Little Rimmer, the 39 of Brandon Eastman, and Zach Staten in the pits.
Brandon Eastman, Mr. America, Mr. USA. Love that paint job. Hey, I don't know what his plan is, but get it done.
Andrew Handley in that 5th position, up 16 spots.
And I know you're actually way better racer in English than myself. I don't know what you would do here. Would you go down to the pit road with this short of laps left in this race?
It's one of those difficult things. It's once when we take that white flag, right? It's no holds barred. There's the only flag that's going to end it is going to be that checkered flag. So you can either put yourself in a position in the back where if something big happens, you have the ability to drive through it and end up in a pretty good position, maybe even a win. or do you put yourself up in the front and not pit and
Get turned.
and with the possibility of getting turned or having something happen in front of you that you can't control and can't avoid, and that would wreck the rest of your race.
Yeah, man, and that's what makes such. That's why this is fun, right? You go with your plan, and your plan doesn't always work out. Sometimes you get turned, you get learned. So I'm excited to see the last. We have whatever two more green white checkers. So we'll see what happens here. But Daytona is a beast. Y'all have raced there, we've raced there, and these trucks make it fun, though.
And I wonder if
the lights are out, bud.
the lights are off, but it also looks like Henry Wyndham might have gotten the wave around one too many times.
Yeah, let him just win it. Just let him win it on.
Yeah. It might have been one of those
before.
situations where he got the lucky dog maybe, and maybe they waved him.
He did the old Bill Elliott. He unlapped himself.
He
like
unlapped
18
himself.
times. Yeah. Well, that may cause an issue, but we'll see how that works out.
So it looks like they do have it straightened out. They told the 28 of Henry Wyndham, hey, we actually waved you around too many times. Go ahead and drop to the back, and he will.
Well, and that's sportsmanship there, because
Oh yeah, man.
I've been in situations in a hosted race, not a league race, but somebody got accidentally waved around, and they just won the damn thing, and they called it, they got their trophy and went home. So, not here. These guys have rules. This is a cool deal. HCK Beagles Racing League, and man, I love Beagles too.
Yeah, check out their Facebook page, and I think linked to their racing page is their kennel page. So looks like the pace truck's off and
Pace
going back
trucks
green here.
coming back down, so our first attempt at a green-white checker is away as Kevin Winker is our actual leader with Joshua Moore on that outside. Going down off into turn one. They are too wide racing, waiting for the rest of these trucks to group back up behind them, which they do. Looks like that bottom line was a little quicker of grouping up than that top as they try to fight to get up and get whatever positions that they can.
Big pack. Got a couple of guys changing their mind what line they want to run here. We had one jump up into the upper line here.
As the 33 is getting a little loose on that top line, trying to square up that bumper with the 51 to give him a push. Doesn't look like he's quite square yet, as everyone's starting to get all a little squiggly all around here as we get ready to take, believe that was the...
Probably was the white flag there.
White flag. I think
the situation with Henry being out front kind of messed up the timing here.
I think you are correct. So we might actually get a little bit more racing.
Might get a bonus lap.
Might get a bonus lap to this green-white checker as Henry Wyndham comes down pit lane.
Ooh.
And man, they are squiggling and wiggling as they're wrecking behind him.
18 again. Oh no.
But you know what? We're
staying green
here.
More
wrecking behind.
No.
And there's the yellow flag as we get more wrecking going on.
Had a couple of trucks that ended up back on the racing surface, and I think that's what threw our yellow. So we'll line them up and do it again, man.
Let's do it.
We're getting some extra bonus racing in.
Yeah,
I like this.
Brandon Eastman got a little bit of... He held it, though. He got a little bit of damage there, but man, that was cool.
Yeah, Taver said time and a half for overtime, so we're good.
Oh, man. Midwest Days of Thunder TV, you got to check it out. We do different things. I mean, it's kind of our deal. We like broadcasts, and we like different leagues. We like to watch all these cool races that are put on, especially these guys, HCK Beagles, man.
What'd you see happen there on that caution there, Brown?
Oh man, I'm surprised we didn't actually have a caution for the first incident. I mean, it's typical coming down to the end for this for this kind of plate track racing. 3 wide, not a whole lot of room, and just a little bit of a squiggle will cause the big one.
Isaac Wilson saying on Facebook, I like that Dr. Pepper 51.
Oh, that boy can drive now. Thanks,
Yeah.
Isaac. Yeah, Isaac Wilson in himself, he's a good race car driver. We've watched him race.
Yeah, he had
as
a
well.
win last week, I believe.
Yeah, so look at him. There's a couple takers down here on pit road. And I think they're probably fixing some damage. I'm
Yeah, I
watching
think they've
Brandon
got some
Eastman.
damage.
I don't know why I get fixated on that American flag. I'm sorry, and I'm so patriotic, and I love America and veterans and first responders and teachers and truck drivers. That's kind of my thing. I don't know. I'll let it be known.
And we talked the other day about even like dispatchers, and support personnel. They, they're kind of the backbone of what goes on out there on the streets, and
Yeah,
whether
backbone
they're
of America. That's all it is. You talked about you talked about Isaac Wilson. He was driving that 22 paint, and
Mission
I know
22, yeah.
Mission 22, and why don't you talk about that right now, because that means a lot to us, and it's a very important deal.
We lose 22 veterans a day to suicide, and Mission 22 and other, I think Valhalla Project. There's a few organizations, nonprofits out there that focus on trying to get these families and stuff help, and it's a terrible thing whether you're a vet or law enforcement like yourself, or suicide's a terrible thing, and it doesn't matter who you are, what walk of life. It doesn't it doesn't solve anything. It just passes on the pain to somebody else, and it's a bad deal. But
Yes.
there's lots of organizations out there, so there's a tip line too.
Yeah.
I should have
Please
got
check.
the 800 number, but
Yeah, please check that out, because that's very important to me in my heart, and I know it is for you. So, somebody in need, a veteran, a first responder, please.
civilian, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Anybody in life in general, please check those websites out and try to get the help that you can, because it's the real deal. We're doing a simulation. It's not a video game, but we're having fun, and it's kind of our release. So look at them. There's a little heat going on here, and man, I think we're seeing fireworks as we're lined up, ready to go for the next screen.
Yeah, the radio's pretty active right now. Yeah, Andrew Hansley up to 4th. He continues to make ground.
Yeah, Mr. Fan Club, number 24.
I think he's actually number 3 on the track. Yeah, I think it's a trading paints issue or something here. Let's see.
Oh, he's the Oreo car. Okay. It gets confusing when they don't.
Oh, okay, there he is.
line it
I
up.
see him now.
Okay.
As we get ready to go back to green flag racing here, the lights on that pace truck are turned off. Getting another attempt here at a green-white checker, and I think it will be a more standard issued kind of green-white checker, as it looks like we get a lap down car trying to get a lap back or so, and he'll clear the way. I think he won't have
That'll
time
make
to
12 cars on the lead lap here.
12 cars as we get ready and are back going to green flag racing. You got Joshua Moore in that 51 Dr. Pepper getting a great restart there, and kind of behind them they're 2 wide, not really 3 wide, as they're a little spread out, but they're starting to close back together as Eddie Murray looking to maybe make a move, kind of bouncing up and down off of that apron on that inside, as now bumping up into that top lane as he saw they had a run. So Joshua is paying attention and might jump up there to try to control both lines.
It's all business now, isn't it? Eddie Murray.
Yeah.
He's trying to hit a home run here. That's what he's trying to do.
As wrecking behind him.
Oh man!
And yellow flag does wave in time before that white one came out, and that was a big one.
A lot of damaged equipment out there. That looked expensive.
That was the big one, actually. Wow, dude. Sheet metal, it's very expensive right now, thanks to... I don't want to talk about that. But, yeah. Thank God this is a simulation. And they don't have to pay for it. That's kind of why we're into it. We can't... A lot of these guys can't afford to drive a real race car at your local track, so this is kind of how they vent it out and work it out. And wow, that was the big one.
Isaac Wilson updating us on Facebook. He said the veteran crisis line number is 1-800-273-8255. We'll say that again. It's 1-800-273-8255. There's other resources out there. If you're not a veteran, I mean, there's so many places out there that you can go to and call. There's a lot of anonymous, numbers you can call. You don't have to give your name or your location or anything, but they'll talk to you. Crisis counselors or, man, what a job they have and what a great thing they do. It's definitely not an easy thing to do, and we appreciate those counselors.
Yeah, I mean, any walk of life, but we do love our veterans here. Midwest Days of Thunder TV. I mean, first responders. Same to anybody. I mean, just like you said, if you need help, somebody that needs help, please make the phone call for them, because we gotta get that under control. And thanks, Isaac Wilson, for giving us that number, and may need to make a slide. That's kind of our own personal sponsor,
Yeah.
I'm super happy to be able to put it out there. If it helps one person, it helps a million. So, yeah, it's worth it for sure.
There's a bunch of cars coming down pit road, 6th through 12th. Basically, almost everybody on the lead lap outside of the top 5, all coming down pit road here.
I would assume that's for damage, because that's, I believe...
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
That's that's all cars that were damaged.
Yeah, big pile up. It's a good thing they have 3 fast repairs. I bet there's a few guys out here that used all 3. I guarantee you there's a bunch of cars that used all of them.
Yeah, we've had a few incidents, but my man, Eddie Murray, 33 car, Baltimore Orioles, he's in the lead
jersey
right
number
now.
2, huh? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, it was Baltimore Orioles. Heck of a baseball player, and apparently he can drive a truck.
Yeah, these trucks are so fun to watch, man. I'm definitely not disappointed in tonight's action. Yeah, we've had a few cautions, but still, man, it's you gotta love watching this high speed stuff with these pickup trucks. It's great.
Yeah, I love it, but I think I'm gonna go down next to the haulers. I think we're gonna have some. Next week may be a little dicey. Just saying. I think people are heated, and it's kind of what happens at tracks like this. Short tracks, huge tracks. People get a little upset. They think they were wronged, and we'll see what happens next week with these guys.
Yeah, join us a week from today as the HCK Beagles Racing League goes to Talladega. So it's a little bit wider track, maybe a little bit faster. It's a little bit more room, which I think may eliminate some of these cautions, but it's still going to be exciting. It's going to be a blast.
As the lights on that pace car have turned it back off, so is this our final attempt, or do we have one more after this?
This is it, I think.
This is it, Brown. You don't have to work anymore. We'll
3 of 3, baby.
All right, so this is our final attempt to finish this thing with a checkered flag. Hopefully we get around to at least take the white one. So at that point, whatever happens, happens. Eddie,
If they take the white, they just race it out. I mean,
yep, as Eddie Murray is going to start us off here. He was able to snag that lead. Cody Staten is going to be on his outside. Joshua Moore is going to be starting on that outside row with Austin Johnson on the inside row. And away we go as we get ready to take off down into turn number 1. Not a bad start as, again, they're all kind of spread out a little bit, but they'll start to slowly close back together as they kind of make it through this turn. But it looks like that top line has gotten together quite a bit better than that bottom one as more cars try to join up on that bottom, bouncing and bobbing and weaving along that straightaway, trying to figure out the line that they want to run as we have car maybe
wide.
trying to push it 3 wide. Zach Staten trying to work that 3 wide action all along on that outside. As you said, running out of momentum as he scrapes the outside wall. He's able to keep it off of traffic and coming across the line for the white flag. So this will be it here today. Cody Staten up on the outside line. Up at the front is currently holding on to that lead, but Eddie Murray has that inside line working to his slight advantage here. About even Steven as car count goes between the lines. Let's see where alliances may come into play as we start to head down this back straightaway, going back to more 3 wide races. More 3 wide racing.
Checkers or wreckers, Matt Forns.
Oh, as the 46 gets loose, being a little pushed behind him there. Eddie Murray and Cody Staten going to bring us down the line. Oh no, they both get turned.
Who's gonna benefit from this?
Kevin Winker.
Looks like
Eddie
Kevin
Murray.
Winker is gonna be your winner.
Kevin Winker had a little bit of a connection issue going on. So he just managed to disappear and go through that entire wreck with Cody Staten finishing in second and Tim Rivers in third.
Oh man, my man Eddie Murray got turned, didn't he?
T-U-R-N-T. Turn.
He did. Hey, that's how it ends at these tracks like this, man. Wow. Great finish. That's kind of. I think we're gonna carry that over next week. I'm just.
Yeah, for sure.
What
What an awesome finish. What an exciting finish. I was on the edge of my seat when they took the white.
Oh,
I said, here we go, man. We're racing around. No matter what happens, all you got to do is cross the finish line. You got to get going.
Look at these Staten boys, or Staten, or however you all say
Staten.
it. Staten boys, they're both in the top 5, so look at it go.
Carol Hansley on Facebook. Everyone is doing a fantastic job. Congratulations to the winner. Yeah, that was, man, you talk about, it was scheduled for 50 laps. We went to 62.
Man,
And we got it in. We had plenty of time to get it in. So
somebody may want to punch Derek in the face after this race. I'm not quite sure, but hey, that's plate track racing, isn't it?
That it is. So we'll kind of start with our third place finisher here. And that'd be Mr. Tim Rivers. Hey, Tim, you got a copy?
Yeah, it's been a long race. He may have jumped out for a second.
yeah, he made maybe making a pit stop of a different kind.
The old Yahtzee.
Yeah, try it one more time. Tim, you got a copy? All right. We'll come back to Tim. We'll kind of move along. You know what? I don't remember what the Discord name for Cody is.
Yeah, that's a problem when you have nicknames. Cody Staten. Well, they're supposed to jump up into the old pit road or the
They don't
area.
have one here.
No, they
Yeah.
don't have one. That's fine. So we'll go to Mr. Kevin Winker, our race winner. Hey, Kevin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congratulations on the win. Kind of looked on our end. You had a very timely connection issue there. You were kind of able to invisible your way through that last caution, man. Just kind of tell us a little bit of a yellow fest here tonight.
Yeah, first of all, I don't really know what happened on that internet thing. I mean, my stuff's hardwired, and it just every cars went in and out there, and I was like, all right, I don't know what happened, so I guess I got lucky on that end. But as far as the yellow flags, I mean, it was a fun race. I was up there batting a lot, and great teammates with 51 and 46 there.
Yeah, we really enjoyed watching this one, and very exciting finish. And like Alan alluded to, sometimes the technical difficulties can kind of help you out, but you're up 6 positions overall on the race. So anytime you can finish better than you started, it's a good day. And congrats on the win. That's just the icing on the cake.
Thank you. Yeah, I got to thank my teammates, Josh and Tim, 51 and 46. They were excellent pushers, and we had a good strategy all race, stuck together. And I don't know, I think Tim got second. I don't know where Josh finished, but we were all up there right at the end there.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're Dr. Pepper racing looking at your paint. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where are you from? It says Midwest.
Wisconsin.
Oh, the land
okay,
of cheese and milk. I love Wisconsin. Beautiful place. Hey, man, congratulations. It was fun. I mean, we did have a few cautions, and I think y'all are going to sort that out next week. But, man, good job hanging in there and laying back and creeping up there in the front.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just love running this league, and I love the super speedways. I don't know if I have a knack for it or what, but I always seem to be up towards the front at the end there.
Yeah, it looked like it today. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
As we'll now talk to Cody Staten. Now, Cody, you I don't know how you managed to get through that last wreck there, man. Tell us what you saw there.
Yeah, I don't know either. I got wrecked, I think, lap 5 to go, and somehow I just made my way back up there, and I was in the front, and I got into it with the 33, and I made it through and pushed forward, and it was weird because I thought I had won the race, and I think the 41 or whoever it was who ended up winning the race ended up he wasn't on my screen. He just teleported out in front of me. I didn't see him. I think he was blinking or something, but congrats to him, though.
Yeah, we just talked to the 42 of Kevin Winker, and he was telling us, yeah, he's hardwired in for his internet and everything. He doesn't usually have connection issues, but one little lucky blink kind of sent him through the wreck there, and that's how the chips fell this time. And but yeah, we watched you and Zach working together a bunch towards the beginning of the race, and we didn't know if you were going to have enough support up there towards the end of the race, but it looks like y'all worked together pretty well.
Yeah, we were running together. I don't know if we were behind each other or not. I think we might have been side by side before all the green-white checkers, and the guy in front of me, I think he ran into the wall and came back down in front of my nose, and I got pushed into him, and I ended up taking him out with me. So it was an unlucky break for the both of us, but we managed to salvage something out of it. I think he finished 5th, so worked out well for both of us.
Yeah, in this super speedway race, and it's kind of like throwing a dice, isn't it? You got to have some kind of strategy as you come into the race. And I don't know what yours was, but it looked like it worked out for you.
Yeah, it did. It worked out decently well today. I mean, we ran clean for a long time, which is good because usually they end up getting wrecked somewhere in the middle of the race and trying to fight my way back through it. And I made it through most of the race before I got taken out, but fought back and ended up with a good day, so we'll take it.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish, and we look forward to seeing more action from you when we go to Talladega. We'll see you next time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
So we'll now try Mr. Tim Rivers one more time. Hey, Tim, you got a copy?
Six of Tim Rivers up 11 positions to finish in third. Our other podium finisher. Hopefully we can get him in here for an interview.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hey, man.
Hey, all right.
Congratulations on the third place finish there. Like Mr. English said, up 11 spots, and man, how'd you survive that bloodbath that we saw out there?
I honestly, I don't know. Everything coming to the checker flag there was just crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely intense. We were on the edge of our seats watching it, and man, you can never tell with these super speedway tracks, especially Daytona, because it's so narrow. You know, are y'all looking forward to next week when y'all get a little bit more room to wiggle around on Talladega?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We can run 3 wide and everything else there. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Me and my 2 other teammates there, which Kevin, he got the win tonight. And then we got Josh with Dr. Pepper Racing there. So all 3 of us were up front pretty much the whole last half of the race there. So that was pretty nice. And then both of us finished 1 and 3. So that was really good.
That's kind of like Hendrick Motorsports right there. Oh, what part of the country are you from?
I'm from Indiana.
All right, Indiana.
Oh.
You got any shout-outs or anything you want to say to anybody? But, hey, Dr. Pepper Racing, y'all's team, y'all got it going on tonight, and congratulations.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I just want to thank both my teammates there. We done what we wanted to do. Later half of that race there, me and Kevin and Josh, all 3 of us running 1, 2, 3. They was on the bottom, I was on the top. It was great racing the whole time. We had it planned out. We was going to race to the checkers there, and well, we didn't get to make it there that one time, so we made it done there at the end, I guess.
And you know what? It really only matters once when that checkered flag does wave, and you walked away with a third place finish with, like you said, your teammate getting the win here. So again, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing more action from you guys next week at Talladega.
All right, thanks guys, and thanks for everything you guys do, man. I greatly appreciate it. Love watching the videos there.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man.
We enjoyed doing it, man. Thank you.
All right. So yeah, that was man, that was talk about a action-packed race here tonight. There was definitely no lack of that for sure. I think we ended up with 12 total cautions here tonight.
Yeah, it was quite a few, but definitely excitement on tap, especially using up all 3 green-white checkers. And you know what? On that third one, that's what ended this, and that's what I was kind of hoping for, is it wouldn't go to another caution. I'd hate to watch these cars race at 80 miles an hour.
Super speedway racing goes. Not only 3 green white checkers, they probably used 3 fast repairs on this one. Hey, beating and banging, the trucks are fun. These guys are fun. HCK Beagles, check them out, man. They actually run beagles, and I love beagles. They're beautiful dogs. I had 2 when I was a child, so check these guys out. You want to run trucks at super speedways, I definitely would check these guys out.
Yeah, so we'll now go through your final official finishing positions here tonight. That would be that Mr. Kevin Winker in that 42 car getting the win, with Cody Staten finishing in second. You got Tim Rivers finishing there in third, up 11 positions, but he did not get the hard charger. That goes to Mr. Michael Grenolds He's finished 4th, up 16 spots, so a good run from him after some issues there in the back kind of earlier on. Zachary Staten finishing in 5th, with Andrew Hansley, the 4th, finishing in 6th. In 7th, you got Joshua Moore, who was up there all day, so a little disappointing from him, but he definitely was helping his teammates out a lot there today. Then you got Austin Johnson finishing in 8th, with Eric Stoy finishing in 9th, with Eddie Murray rounding out your top 10.
Yeah, the 39 of Brandon Eastman finishing 11th tonight. The 10 of Stone Hutchinson, involved in a couple of those incidents, finishes the first car lap down in 12th. The 28 of Henry Wyndham in 13th. The 408 of Bay Area Rob in 14th. The 52 of Big Sam in 15th. The 18 of Owen Altabello, disappointment for him tonight as well, as he was running well, and a couple of incidents later, and he finishes, I think, 6 laps down here in 16th. And the 69 of Little Rimmer in 17th.
Boy, and then 18th, we got Brad in the 31 car. Dumpy in 19th. Matthew Jones in 20th. And to round it out, Ricky Bobby, 21st place.
And so that will do us from the HC Beagles Superspeedway League here tonight from Daytona. We appreciate you all for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. For the M.TV broadcast, you can check out Isaac Wilson. He'll be doing our Midwest Days of Thunder ARCA League. That's coming up on Thursday, so definitely stay tuned for that. But until the next time, I'm Alan Brown signing off for Alan English and Adam Turner. We'll see you on the next one.
We gone.
See ya.